The secret isn't necessarily about working more hours or even having a higher paying job. The real difference lies in a fundamental mindset shift, a change in perspective that can completely transform your financial future. It's the difference between thinking like an employee and thinking like an owner. Let's break this down. For most of us, our financial journey starts with an employee mindset. We're taught to go to school, get good grades, and find a secure job. In this model, our primary focus is on income. We think in terms of hourly wages or annual salaries. You're limited by the number of hours in a day. You can only work so much. You're limited by the market rate for your skills. And you're dependent on a single source of income or a job. If that job disappears, your income stream dries up instantly. It's a very active way of earning money. You work, you get paid. You stop working, you stop getting paid. Now, let's look at the world through the eyes of an owner. What's a system? A system is a process, a structure, or an asset that generates value and income, often without the owner's constant, direct involvement. Think about the owner of a successful cafe. In the beginning, they might be the one brewing every coffee and serving every customer. That's an employee mindset within their own business. But to truly succeed and grow, they have to shift to an owner mindset. They start creating systems. They develop a standardized recipe for their coffee so it's consistently great. They hire and train baristas to follow that recipe. They implement a point-of-sale system to track sales and inventory. They create a marketing system to attract new customers. They build a management structure so the cafe can run smoothly even when they're not there. Each of these is a system. This is the key difference. Employees focus on the what. What task do I need to do to get paid? Owners focus on the how. How can I create a process that accomplishes this task efficiently, repeatedly, and at scale? This mindset isn't just for business owners. You can apply it to your personal finances, your career, and your investments, even if you have a 9-to-5 job. With an owner mindset, you start looking for systems within your role. How can you make your work more efficient? Can you create a template, a checklist, or an automated process that saves you and your team time? When you do this, you're not just doing your job, you're adding value beyond your job description. You're creating leverage. You're showing that you can think strategically, that you can improve the company's bottom line. You get your paycheck, you pay your bills, maybe you buy some nice things, and hopefully you save a little bit of what's left over. When you invest in real estate, you're buying a physical system of property that can generate rental income. They're asking, how does this system work? Is it sustainable? Can it grow over time without requiring more of my personal effort? It feels good in the short term. An owner mindset asks, is this purchase an asset or a liability? A fancy car is almost always a liability. It costs money in payments, insurance, and maintenance, and it loses value every single day. Maybe they invested in a low-cost index fund, use it as a down payment on a rental property, or reinvest it into a side business. They prioritize buying things that will make them more money. The first step is awareness. Start noticing where you're just trading time for money and where you could potentially build a system. Here's a practical exercise. Look at your daily tasks, both at work and at home. Ask yourself, can this be supervised? For example, instead of manually paying your bills every month, set up automatic payments. Instead of trying to remember all your investment ideas, create a system for researching and tracking them. When it comes to your income, start thinking beyond your salary. Can you create an additional stream of income, no matter how small? Maybe it's a YouTube channel like this one, where you create content that can be viewed and generate ad revenue for years. That's a system. This focus on systems, on scalability, and on long-term value is what truly separates the wealthy from those who are just getting by. It doesn't require you to quit your job. It just requires you to change the way you think. By consistently asking these questions, you'll begin to see opportunities you never noticed before. You'll stop just working for money and start making your money, your skills, and your systems work for you. That is the path to true financial freedom. Thanks so much for watching. If this idea resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more content on building wealth and shifting your mindset. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. What's one small system you can start building this week? See you in the next video.